matter where you are in the cosmos, which era, regardless of how civilization evolves, some rules will just never change.
Like murder is morally wrong?
Like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Yep, knew it wasn't what I said.
When it comes to breaking the icy silence between a father and daughter, nothing's better than a cup of hot water.
Oh god, I forgot how much I hate shush.
The person who drinks it will yelp, "Hot!" and be immediately met with a concerned, "How could you be so careless?" from the other party. And just like that, the conversation starts flowing.
Huh.
Friendly reminder, that is not a joke, but a practical ice-breaking tip.
Nope.
Ooh.
Your robot is hilarious. I'm surprised how relaxing and comfy the work environment is here.
Well, you do have an open bar.
Got it. I'll make myself scarce.
Good idea.
Being a nameless is neither relaxing nor comfy. Most of the time, we are facing down Void Rangers from the Antimatter Legion, bugs left by the Swarm disaster, Borisin, and various organizations that are suspicious of the Express or have malicious intentions for us.
Okay, entirely fair and true, but you're currently standing in front of an open bar. You can't help... I mean, there's music playing in the background.
That dangerous? Huh. Maybe this trip home is a great chance to quit your job, huh?
Oh, God.
Talk about coincidence. Just so happens I'm getting on in years. And Graphia Academy is in need of a new dean.
You're gonna get kicked off this goddamn train, aren't you?
You know that's not what I meant. Once I've set my mind on something, I never look back. Ever since I was 6, when you told me those stories about traveling through the cosmos, I knew that someday I would walk among the stars.
Actually, I was just kidding. I'm not completely clueless about what the Express and what you do. Oh, right. Once I knew the Express was coming, I even bought that comic series that's based on your adventures.
So you couldn't send her a message, but you did buy the comics based on her. You're weird, dude.
Please don't tell me it's fluffy across the blue. I never thought you'd be into comics.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what people like.
That's right. The protagonist is a baseball bat-wielding raccoon. The character's based on that kid, right?
Yeah, how'd you figure that out? Did she dig through some trash cans on the way here?
As an artist, you do have a good eye. Come over here.
We do have a new jacket. Did it not help at all? No, okay.
Thanks for giving us some time alone.
I can give you more time. Don't mention it.
Hey, Mecha. That's the first time I've seen you smile since I've seen you this time.
Well, she wasn't looking at you, so yeah.
So, what brought you back home this time? What's the story behind our lucky meeting?
Oh, the machinations of the IPC, basically. So, you know, politics.
Like I said before, we're here for the Phantasmoon Games.
So, the Phantasmoon Games 15 years ago were the reason you were able to overcome the Weathering Curse?
Indeed.
I see. That makes sense. For those of us who haven't experienced the Ionic game firsthand, it's just something from the history books, or even akin to a myth.
You were literally on the planet at the time, though. weren't you? How were you not aware of the games that literally could be a disaster that destroys the place? Anyways, so, Himiko, did you win the game? Did you get Aha's power and wish for a cure to your horrible disease?
But I never imagined that the Ionic game would turn into a blood sacrifice overnight.
Okay, we've been here a day, and a mimetic virus got spread over a university that could have taken over cities, the entire continent. It's pretty bad, really.
The Herald of Death was a heartless madman. If I hadn't defeated him then, all of Duomension City would have become his slaughterhouse. During the first few years of my journey, I relived that evening every single night in my dreams. The color of that twilight, painted with blood. So much blood, blended with terror and screams. The victims were twisted like clay into grotesque shapes, like paint tubes that had been snapped, one after the other. And that man, he reveled in the colors splattered everywhere and wanted the whole world to be his canvas.
Huh. A lot of, painting metaphors here. Your father's not a serial killer, right? Your family doesn't have a line of, Have you ever spoken to a clinical psychologist? Or anything. Anyways, stop, Himiko. Stop dwelling on those memories. How could she? It sounds like a horribly traumatic event. The woman clearly has PTSD from a actual serial killer. Anyway, apparently stop.
Even if I could avenge his victims, in the end, it won't bring them back to life. The entire thing is like a heavy piece of baggage. Only by letting it go can I travel the road ahead more easily.
You did your best, and I'm glad to see you made it back here safe and sound.
I thought I'd never come back. But the times have changed. The conditions to hold the Phantasmoon Games have been met again. However, to hold 2 games in just 15 years? That in itself is far from normal.
Oh, interesting. Do they normally happen much further apart than that 15 years?
Just like 15 years ago, the IPC wants to control everything. However, a game woven by the most fickle of eons is destined to slip through everyone's grasp. I received a report from the Department of Aberration Defense. I'm sure she must also have heard. There's been a brutal incident in Dovebrook District. Someone massacred everyone at the headquarters of the Sinwish Syndicate, leaving a signature that only the Herald of Death would use. The Bloody Bloom.
It really just looked like a murder scene, but okay. Oh, okay, cool. What is this? Dovebrook Times news clipping. I'm guessing this is the the current one. Sinwish Syndicate, yes, okay. Mysterious murder case. Sinwish Syndicate members found dead in a pool of blood. Recently, a major homicide occurred in Dovebrook District. A total of... Wow, okay. 33 members of the Sinwish Syndicate, including Boss, Polwave, and a second-in-command... Costide? I don't remember. Were found murdered at the Syndicate's headquarters. The Security Bureau suggests the case appears to be the result of a gang turf war. Yeah, is that not always the bullshit that the police and or media come up with? No, this wasn't to do with anything else. It was just gang-related violence. Just just gangs. Not any certain gang, not certain people. They didn't leave any sort of obvious evidence, just gang stuff. Anyway. Okay. Crime wave strikes Dovebrook district, gripped by fear. Regarding these incidents, some residents are applauding the news, claiming applauding the news, claiming gang activity has been seriously disrupting daily life in Dovebrook district. However, the vast majority of residents are deeply concerned, since anyone could be the next victim until the case is closed. Okay. As of press time? Oh. Okay, as of press time, foot traffic on Dovebrook streets has plummeted, with many shops reporting declining sales due to the impact of these cases. Gang infighting or something more sinister. A shocking murder case has cast a bloody shadow over the newly opened Phantasmoon Games. Various rumors have added a suspiciously mysterious touch to the incident. Word has it that the Sinwich Syndicate recently acquired a supplicant mask. Could this be connected to the massacre that wiped them out? An IPC worker also tragically perished in the incident. But why would an IPC employee be at the Sinwich Syndicate turf in the first place? Good question, really. Regarding the above questions, I've already contacted the Security Bureau for clarification. The receptionist stated, the case is still under investigation. Residents of Plain Arcadia are advised not to believe or spread rumors and to await further official announcements. Yep. So are they trying to cover some shit up? Because it sounds like they were the last time if they sealed the files for the last games.
What? The Herald of Death is still alive?
The Herald of Death is back at the games. Is this really the same Herald of Death as before? Do we know? Did he die? Hey, Himiko, you were there. You want to give us a little information?
People at the Department of Aberration Defense told me that the Herald of Death was executed after his verdict was passed. Even were he to be resurrected. The rules dictate that the same person cannot become a supplicant twice.
We don't actually know he's a supplicant. He could just be murdering people. And we do know that, aside from resurrection, we know that ghosts are a thing in this world, and they're not technically held as, like, the same person. They're given freedom to do whatever. There was that whole mafia thing where the woman came back from the dead, or, well, was a ghost. It's established. Could he just be a ghost?
Are you saying we've got a copycat?
Or they didn't execute the right person.
That's right. The Herald of Death has a copycat. But what I find even more worrying is that this Phantasmoon Games has caught the attention of something even more terrifying than the Herald of Death.
The IPC. Investors. Truly terrifying.
I believe that whether or not this Herald of Death copycat has a connection to the Phantasmoon Games, defeating him presents an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate the resolve of the Nameless to the whole of Plain Arcadia.
Hey, how about don't tell me to go catch a serial killer, huh? A copycat serial killer. I know we've done some crazy shit, but really? Just as you did all those years ago. I understand. I don't, though. Are you really sending me to go try to catch a serial killer? Okay.
Exactly.
Cool.
As for you, Dad, have any clients commissioned you lately? It'd be best if you left this world for a while.
Oh. Huh. May I take that as my daughter showing concern for her dad?
Or she's telling you to fuck off.
You can take it as a safety advisory from the Astral Express. Also, as she has already become a supplicant and joined the Phantasmoon Games, she will have my full support. I'd like her to temporarily keep the mask of elation that has been passed down through our family.
Right, but I don't actually have that.
Too late for me to raise any objections at this point, right? Huh. Sounds good. The mask stays with the kid.
I don't think you can take the mask, because nobody else can use the mask. Also, ours is made out of paper. Sparksy took yours.
Thank you. Would you like another drink?
Or are we just talking about the one we took from Sparksy? I don't know.
Ah, got it. Next, it's time to show me the way out, isn't it? Oh, I've definitely overstayed my welcome.
I mean, this car is literally empty. If you want to sit here and drink, I don't care.
For most of my life, I couldn't be there for my daughter. And now that I finally have the chance, she wants me to leave.
I wonder if those two things are at all related.
In that case, I'll be on my way. Himiko. The Graphia family has a number of records about the Phantasmoon games, passed down through the generations. Come over to the school library later. I'll give them to you.
I'll be there, Dad. I apologize. My father's little tour seems to have made things awkward for everyone on the Express. Let's head to the parlor car and check in on Welt and March. Now that my father's gone, we can all relax a bit.
Just a moment, I want to chat with you. I have an idea regarding the goal of the Phantasmoon games. Okay, sure.
Has Mr. Ryosuke left?
Oh, so that just... we weren't actually having a conversation, or did they just off-screen it? Well, that'll come back up later.
Yes. I told him to head home for now. After all, what is going on with the Phantasmoon games has nothing to do with him. I'm really sorry, everyone, for bringing my personal family matters onto the Express.
I don't think anybody cares. We're pretty loose with the rules. There's not really like an HR department. There should probably be an HR department. Does Pom Pom handle those disputes?
Not at all. Mr. Ryusuke is your family. And that makes him part of our family too. And the most important thing for family is to be together. So he's welcome to drop by anytime.
Madame Pearl sent a message to the Express just now, inviting our supplicant to a meeting. She'll have a private car waiting for us.
Me? A meeting with Pearl. Yeah.
Yes. The meeting won't be held in some stuffy, formal reception room. She would like us to visit and tour the headquarters of a company under her name instead. Himiko, you know about Pearlux Corp, right?
Of course. It's the biggest entertainment conglomerate in plain Arcadia.
Oh. She's the CEO of a entertainment conglomerate. Well, I knew she was evil before. Now it's solidified.
Entertainment company?
Yeah, so what kind of entertainment are they involved in, by the way? Like, reality TV shows? It's about the evilest thing I can think of at the moment.
That's right. Pearlux Corp is a titan, dominating the entertainment consumer market, including cartoons, comics, games, toys, and the like. They've cornered half the market.
So, a monopoly. Does Plan Arcadia not have any sort of governing body that deals with monopolies? Because they're pretty disruptive of the market. They can sort of charge whatever they want, and... Anyway.
Oh, so that's where the Pearl in Pearlux comes from. It's a play on her name.
Yep.
Did Pearl mention what she wanted to talk about?
Some sort of deal, my assumption would be. She wants something from us.
She didn't say much, but she specifically mentioned wanting to discuss the developments regarding the Phantasmoon games, and that she could provide us with a bit of help.
She wants the wish. She wants us to win for her, potentially, and give her the wish. Whatever it is that she wants. You know, playing all sides, betting on everybody so you always come out on top.
Helping her opponents in the Eonic game? Oh, looks like she realizes we are all in the same boat. Perhaps she has also realized that the Phantasmoon games cannot be artificially manipulated.
No, I believe they can be. It doesn't... It's 2026. I live in the US. Everything can be. Stocks, wars, files. You can manipulate everything and get away with crimes against humanity in many cases. So, yeah, unless AHA themselves wants to screw up their plan, I'm sure this is going to go south.
We may be able to get a clearer picture of Pearl's intentions after we meet with her.
You're really going to have me meet with Pearl? You know I'm not the best with words, right? Yep, we're going with that one. Stay in character.
Think about it. You've already crossed paths with key figures from numerous factions, and even built rapport with some. You're already a capable Nameless who can more than hold your own.
Okay, actually, I'm genuinely curious. Let's go back through this. So, Branya in Belobog would be the key figure there now. She knows of us. She mainly works with her own people and Topaz. We just sort of helped. We didn't, like, negotiate anything. That was you. That was Himiko and Welt. The Law Fu mainly went through Dan Heng, Himiko and Welt. We were just sort of there. Let's see. In Penacony, we basically went on a date with Firefly and got lost in the dream a lot. You, the Nameless, but Himiko is pretty much the one who owns part of the planet, or at least the dream. So that wasn't us. I guess we know Sunday, although he's a fugitive now, so I'm not sure if that helps. And Anforius, yeah, we mostly did everything with Anforius, a world that is now completely isolated and has no connection to the outside world. Also, their rulers may have tried to kill us a couple times, both Aglaya and Saridra. Not sure if that counts as a good thing. You want us to talk to Pearl? Why? Good God, we're bad at this. We're, like, really bad at this.
Though she holds a high administrative position on this planet, do not forget, she is also one of the 10 Stonehearts.
That's not a good
You've
thing.
already dealt with Aventurine on numerous occasions, so you should have ample experience handling members of the 10 Stonehearts.
We got an Emanator to kill him in a dream because he wanted to be killed in a dream. Hell, even Sunday couldn't manipulate him enough to get what he wanted. Oh, we're not gonna do good. Topaz walked all over us and figured things out with Branya. Jade, hey, we didn't fall for her trap. Yet. Okay, well, we fell for this one. Damn, we really don't have a good track record for this shit.
Hey, don't worry. If things do get messy, yours truly is here to save the day.
Could we please get Sunday, Dan Heng, Welt, Himiko, somebody that actually has some sort of experience with adult conversations? Not that kind of adult conversation, but like contract disputes, or literally knows how to buy a car? I don't know, anything.
Looks like March wants to visit too.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to look out for her here. Even if things do go sideways, Pearl wouldn't dare get mad at two adorable young ladies like us, right?
You do know she's an Intellitron, right? Your feminine wiles don't really affect her, I'm assuming. Who knows? Maybe they have a sex drive or interest in humans. Or maybe she finds you pathetic and, not worth her time. I don't know. What are we working with here? This is gonna go bad.
Well then, I'll leave this meeting to you two.
Aren't you coming with us, Himeko?
Yes, please, God, send an adult.
I'd like to talk with my father. Didn't he say he would hand over the records about the Phantom Moon games from our family history to me? And honestly, isn't this a good chance for you youngsters to handle things independently?
We're going to sign our souls away to the literal devil. Well, the equivalent of a devil in this world. Actually, there probably are devils in this world. Whatever. Corporate type.
I understand. In that case, she, March, and I will be heading out now.
Oh, thank God, Welt's coming.
Oh, score! A private car! So, where are we getting picked up?
You should be familiar with it. It's just under the giant gate next to the At Plaza.
Isn't that where we first met Sparksy? Since we're getting chauffeured there, why not just come straight to us?
We're in an underground train platform. Okay. Isn't this the perfect chance to do some shopping? Looks like we're not the only ones getting picked up then. Oh, could be true.
Perfect! I've been wanting to stop by the comic store to grab a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue.
Shouldn't we get a discount or something on that? Can we talk about, So, like, if a story is based on a person's actual life, what kind of copyright laws deals with that? Can you... intellectual property rights, maybe? Appearance rights? I don't know, not a lawyer.
There may be some information in the family records that could help us. It's just that whenever I think about talking with my father, I can't help feeling uneasy.
That's not a Himeko we see very often.
Even someone like me, who's always putting on a composed front, can end up giving everyone a laugh. When you think about it like that, the meeting with Pearl doesn't seem so scary, now does it?
No, it does. Still does.
Destination Perlux headquarters. And let's grab a copy of the Fluffy while we're at it. This is just perfect.
Okay.
We'll head out when you're ready.
Cool. The hell do I go? Alright, guess we'll just teleport. Wait for Perlux Corp shuttle. Oration relishes surprises, coincidences, and randomness as its favorite treats. While wandering through Dual Dimension City, you might just stumble upon a bit of fun in the randomness. Maybe a bizarre research society, or perhaps a potential opponent, a friend, or even a certain supplicant who'd rather stay anonymous. Intriguing.
Look! There's a convenience store! Mind if I grab a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue while we're waiting?
Is that the comic based on the Express's adventures? The author sure knows how to tap into what's trending.
Sure.
The best part is that the author drew all of us as adorable little animals. Totally fits our personas, don't you think?
You're super adorable, March Bunny. I'm the protagonist, you know. The author is totally infringing on our IP. I actually don't know if that's true. You're being used as reference, but don't know what law that falls under, or what you can claim. Anyways, she's full of herself, so protagonist, huh?
Hey, so am I. It's an ensemble comic.
Bullshit.
In fact, it was recently announced that the Fluffy is getting an animated adaptation, and the copyright for it is currently held by Perlux Corp.
Please, please tell me that Hoyo is going to do a short, at least, of Fluffy Across the Blue for us. That'd be amazing.
It's a super memorable comic. No way can I miss getting a copy while I'm here. I promise I won't be long. A couple of
Looks like we got here on the early side. Since coming to this world, I still haven't had a chance to get a street-level view of the city. How about this? We'll meet up under the ad at the plaza gate in a few minutes.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Might as well take a look around then.
Absolutely insane. Did you see the post I shared?
Okay. Wander around until the shuttle arrives. We have a few things. Looks like they're all just... Okay, anyways. Oh, there's Ashvale. Let's hear what she has to say first before we have to wait in the endless line for a comic book. Investigate.
Hey, you hear the news? There was a supplicant battle at Graphia Academy.
No, didn't hear about it.
Yeah, I saw it. The online forums are already blowing up.
There are just... I know the Imagine, the Mechatrons. It's just so odd. Are we gonna get walked through? Okay. That has to be slightly intimidating for everybody, don't you think?
The supplicant called Sparksy. How terrifying! Actually using live streams to spread mimetic viruses. Eons, that's just evil! I can't believe the Department of Aberration Defense is letting someone that dangerous run loose!
I mean, they very specifically were not going to stop her until it went a little bit too far. Definitely not staring at the green lady. Aeons, that's just evil. Is that like gods or good god or something like that? They just say Aeons instead. Kind of neat.
I heard her livestream got permabanned. Good thing that Nameless from the Astral Express acted so quickly.
It actually took a while.
I wonder what the next supplicant will do.
Yeah, that's a terrifying thought. Okay, we'll go... Well, we'll run through the middle of the street
Hello
like
there. Would you like to learn more about the Research Society of Happy Smiles?
So,
Oh,
Is the weight
sorry.
of work and stress in your life crushing you? Check out the Research Society of Happy Smiles.
You're a cult, right?
this free?
Rest assured, the only thing joining our Research Society will cost you is a bit of your precious time.
Yeah, you're a cult, aren't you?
We've set up a venue near Dovebrook, where we offer free psychological counseling and living assistance to all visitors. All our services are provided free of charge.
Holy shit. Are you actually good people? Psychological counseling and living assistance? Again, I live in America in 2026. This is the most foreign concept I've ever heard of, and I'm suspicious.
I had a friend who passed away, and he'd mentioned you before. He told me that if I ever ran into trouble, the kind people at the Research Society would help me.
Your friend passed away? How terribly sad. But the words he left you have illuminated your path in life.
Okay, you're still creepy.
He told me that if I joined the Research Society of Happy Smiles, I could get rid of my suffering forever and be eternally happy. That true?
Of course it's true. Just look at the society we live in. Everyone's suspicious and dismissive of one another, and willing to take dangerous risks just for a little pleasure, for a thrill.
No, that's fairly true of life. Suspicious and dismissive of others. Accurate. Walk down any city street. And dangerous risks for a little pleasure and thrill. Well, it's doing anything when you leave the house, so, no.
Did you hear about how a streamer took over Graphia Academy and was trying to spread a mimetic virus through the internet? And over in Dovebrook, gang violence erupted and left a pile of corpses in its wake. Oh, may the Master of Elation save us all.
I will never understand them praying to Aha. I can't imagine Aha has ever helped anyone in a beneficial way that wasn't just a massive meme or a joke.
The Research Society was founded with the sole purpose of healing humanity's incurable inner pain. Following Aha's creed, we aim to spread laughter across the mortal coil and eliminate all suffering.
Wasn't Aha's first laugh at a baby falling out of a bed or out of a tree or something? I forget what it was. I might be getting that mixed up with the old song. Anyways, whatever. Wasn't Aha's first thing laughing at people's, I don't know, suffering? Anyways, eliminate all suffering. What's that mean? Well, I'm hoping it's pretty simple, and it just means what it should mean. Doubt it, though. Eliminate all suffering. No way is that possible. I have spent way too much time. I'm not Buddhist, but I've spent way too much time studying Buddhist concepts and meditative practices. And, you know. So, elimination of suffering. The cessation of suffering. Kind of, personally, a little bit, maybe. It's complicated. Yeah, what's it mean?
Exactly what it says. As an eraser wipes away the doodles of a pencil, so too shall the pain be wiped away. Have either of you heard about the tragedy of the blood-stained games 15 years ago?
A little bit. I've heard of it. Nope. Doesn't ring a bell. Well, we have been paying attention, so yes.
Why, of course you have. You're the Astral Express's superstar. You've even dug up everything there is to know about something that happened over a decade ago.
Okay, kind of kissing her ass there, but sure.
There was an awful accident during the last Phantom Moon Games, and many people lost their loved ones and children. It was as if a hole that could never be filled had been drilled into their hearts, leaving only sorrow to accompany them for the rest of their lives.
You're describing trauma.
To escape their suffering, these people who had lost their loved ones gathered together and established a mutual support association. This was the Research Society of Happy Smiles' predecessor.
No. Okay. That does seem... It makes sense and at least sounds sort of innocent. I just don't trust it.
It's now been well over a decade, and the Research Society continues to help more and more people emerge from the darkness in their lives and step into a brighter, happier future. Come to think of it, it would be most wonderful if a distinguished person like yourself were also interested in our Research Society. Should you find yourself with a moment to spare, please come and visit our Mutual Aid Society.
Okay. I mean, I can donate some time.
Well, if it isn't the Astral Express's superstar. Of course it's you. Looks like we really were bound to run into each other.
Okay. Hi. Hello, my name is... Anything aside from the hostility out of nowhere? Ah, Detective Passerby. What are you doing? Did we meet Ashvale last time as her? I can't remember. Anyways. What? Here to catch me again? Oh, right, at the bar. Whatever the hell it is. With all the toilets, it was so stupid. Ah, Detective Passerby.
I'm here to do my job. Problem is, you've gone and messed up my investigation.
How? How'd I manage that? You're investigating some roadside charity group?
The Research Society of Happy Smiles. You think they're just some random charity outfit?
No, I genuinely don't. I think they're a cult, but, you know.
You must have heard about the Sinwish Syndicate killings in Dovebrook, right? The lead I'm following might be connected to this Research Society of Happy Smiles. But I'll stop there. Not like you're going to pay for my intel, and none of this is any of your business anyway.
Wow, you're a dick. Someone I knew died in that incident. Okay, he was an acquaintance at best.
Ah. Based on your social circle, you wouldn't be talking about the poor IPC sap who was unlucky enough to be there, huh?
We are. His name was Scott, I think. Yeah, it was Scott. And, why was he there?
Planning to avenge him?
Not really. I am, maybe. I plan on defeating the Herald of Death. That counts as revenge. Sure.
Oh. So your next miracle will be executing the Herald of Death. Can't say I'm surprised.
Be careful. The murderer is the Herald of Death. He's dangerous.
Okay, well, we don't actually know that.
Oh, thanks for your concern. Oh, be careful. Been a hot minute since anyone said that to me.
Wow, he really is being just a massive prick this time, isn't he? Can you go back to just being weird and zany and coming out of a freezer for some reason?
Even so, it's my duty to solve the case. Doesn't matter if nobody pays me. I'll still find the killer and exact justice on the spot.
Oh, I know what's missing here. Where is your monkey friend? He was great. Where is the narrator? Why? A friend of yours was among the victims. We don't really know that.
Because one of the victims happened to be someone I was on fairly good terms with. The fool.
Okay, when you say the fool, are you saying that he was just foolish, or are you actually pointing out the fact he was a fool? Because it is this world.
Revenge killings or turf wars. Wouldn't be unusual for gang members to die like that, but dying at the hands of some psycho who kills for kicks? That I can't accept.
You're joking, right? You can understand revenge killings and turf wars, but somebody killing for, well, their own fun because they're a psychopath? That one you can't. Okay. Weird.
No matter where you are in the cosmos, which era, regardless of how civilization evolves, some rules will just never change.
Like murder is morally wrong?
Like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Yep, knew it wasn't what I said.
Hey, guess which lucky girl just managed to snag the last copy in the whole store? Who's this?
Oh, I think I might have done these in the wrong order then, considering March is now done.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ashvale, the famous detective. You could say your friend and I are acquainted through past clashes.
Sure. Your tune kind of changed. We didn't actually fight, though. I don't really know this guy. Yeah, I really don't, though.
Oh, my. Celebrities truly are heartless.
First time I've ever heard anyone introduce themselves as a famous detective.
Seriously? We've introduced ourselves as the protagonist before.
Mr. Ashvale? Why are you staring at me? Is there something weird on my face?
Well, with the current angle, it kind of looks like you don't have a nose. So you look a little bit like Krillin.
Young lady, you're holding a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue, right? Would you mind giving it to me?
You're joking, right?
Well, give it to you! This was the last copy in the store, you know.
Oh, I see. Of course. I'm not asking you to give it away for free. I'll pay for it. The retail price is 300 credits. I can pay you 10 times sticker price. 3,000 credits. What do you say?
Wow, you're really desperate for this comic? What's going on?
Hey, mister, this isn't about the money.
Because it was the last one on the shelves. True. The last item in stock is like the final slice of cake on a plate. The last prey animal on the plains never fails to stir our urge to seize it before anyone else. So,
Wow, I do kind of love your little monologues there.
30,000 credits. How about that? That's my final offer. I'm not exactly rolling in money here.
Okay. Why are you fighting over a comic book with a kid? I still don't know how old March is, but... aren't you a bit too old for stuff like this? Hey, screw you. It's fun. I don't collect comic books myself, but I get it. I've read enough manga over the years. Yeah, why are you fighting over a comic book with a kid, apparently?
Truth is, I'm actually buying it for that foolish friend of mine. The one who died.
Yeah, the sympathy card isn't going to work for us.
Today is his farewell ceremony. I thought I'd buy him his favorite comic to pay my respects. He'd always be rambling on about some raccoon with a baseball bat, and how the journey of the Express would never end, that kind of stuff. I heard those stories so many times, it felt like my ears were gonna fall off. But after all that fuss, I completely missed the chance to buy it. Every store around here is sold out.
Oh, that's enough. My poor little heart can't handle sob stories like that. Here, Mr. Ashvale, take the comic.
You just got conned.
Oh, thank you very much for the comic, young lady. Here's the 30,000 credits. Ooh, as promised.
Keep it. I have literally millions.
I heard you're the real-life inspirations for the characters. Since you're here, could I perhaps trouble you to sign it?
Are you trying to get our signature for, I don't know, signature or what is it? Writing pattern analysis or something like that, right? Something. I'm under the impression that it actually doesn't work, though. People's writing changes over time, and it's not all that consistent.
Unbelievable.
Sign Stell, sign Baseball Raccoon, sign May Your Journey Never End. He's gonna give it to somebody who's dead. Yeah, no, we'll sign May Your Journey Never End. That's at least a little bit nicer. Also the name, probably?
Thank you both. If Kostad could see this from where he is now, I'm sure he'd be smiling down on us.
Kostide? Kostide. Was that the giant chicken, baby chick guy with the pompadour? I guess I kind of feel bad now.
As a token of my gratitude, I'd like to give you a friendly word of caution, little girl. I know you plan to target the Herald of Death and cement your heroic image. However, all eyes will be on you during the Phantom Moon Games. On such a public stage, discretion would be wise.
Yeah, we don't really do that, though.
Because when the masses see your magnificent miracles and wield your extraordinary power, fear and jealousy could turn their wish power into wish you ill power at the drop of a hat. Forgive the expression, but you get what I mean.
I really don't, though. Are you saying that... Okay, I guess I could understand people fearing us. Huh. Well, play up the crowd, I guess. Play to the crowd and try to get their support. Otherwise, it could be bad.
So, whatever plans you might have for this Herald of Death, why not leave the whole messy affair of revenge to someone who couldn't care less about winning or losing? Like me.
Yeah, we know you have a mask, or at least Pearl's gonna give you one.
Just like this comic. I'm dead set on getting him.
You gave us 30,000 credits, which is not a lot for us. And it's literally all you had to give. Mostly it was the whole sob story thing. My confidence is shaken. Okay, you're a supplicant. Don't know how we know that. He didn't make that overtly obvious. Looks like we're going to be rivals. Yeah, are you a supplicant?
Is he an acquaintance of yours?
No, not really. We met him, sort of, one time. Then he was kind of an asshole and threatened us a little bit.
He's just some weird detective who was passing by.
It's nearly time for Perlux Corp to pick us up. We should get going.
Okay. Oh, cool. I can still go over there and see what's going on before continuing with the mission. There's a little dog by the road. Why does this silhouette look so familiar? Oh my god, it's... Take a closer look. It's, shit. What was your name? Oh, this definitely is a side mission, though, and I don't want to do that right now, so I'll do that some other time. What was his name? Oh my god, I cannot remember.
Have you read the new chapter of Fluffy Across the Blue?
Blurry QR code is the goat!
Have you read the new chapter of Fluffy Across the Blue?
Sorry, I'm not into comics for kids.
Hey. Although maybe it's just literally aimed at kids.
They just released the official concept art for that giant pom-pom robot!
The what now?
That mech design is totally unrealistic. What's so great about it?
It's a comic book. Okay, mech design is always unrealistic. But, we're getting a walkthrough again, aren't we? There it comes. Alright. That is just slightly awkward. But yeah, you're bitching about fantasy, buddy.
Do you have the slightest clue how to talk to other people? Do you?
Hey, relax. Now, if we were talking about a fusion between Daybreak Squadron and the Raccoon, that would totally get my attention.
Okay, so you're just a nerd with a different passion from a different genre. Okay, this is like anime nerds and Star Wars nerds trying to talk. Actually, I'm sure there is some overlap.
Wow! You are unbelievably childish!
Alright, well that was fun.
You've already read it! Don't tell me a thing!
Anyways, let's wait for our limo. Well, that Mechatron over there just doesn't have a head, so we'll figure that out later.
Well, we're here. So where are they? I don't see anyone in IPC uniform.
I'm gonna guess it's the giant robot standing behind us, but I'm sure we'll get there. They're running late, maybe we got the wrong time. We got stood up. Maybe we got the wrong time. Or they're just standing behind us.
This is the time we agreed on, no mistake about that. Maybe they got held up in traffic.
This has got to be offensive. If I'm right and it's actually just the guy standing behind us, he should genuinely be offended, right?
Greetings, crew of the Astral Express. It is my honor to escort you on your visit to headquarters.
Yeah, they should absolutely be offended.
Mechatron?
Yeah, there are people here. Okay? My god, what is with the racism or a prejudice in... Sparkle's not even here.
I am guard number 100086, created by Perlux Corp, a security specialist from the business division. My designated human name is Faerun, said to derive from an ancient language meaning iron. It's a pleasure to be of service.
Okay. Are you an Iron Man? Tetsujin? Something? Okay. Wow, a Mechatron employee, how cool is that? Actually, Sparkle established last time that they literally have to be employed. Well, to make money, I suppose. So, yeah. Why a Mechatron? Because everybody needs a job? Bitch. How long have you been waiting here? Yeah, we've been making them wait for a while. You know what? We're gonna say you're cool. You're super cool, dude.
I'm truly honored to hear you say so.
Okay, so at least we didn't pick one of the offensive ones.
So, what are we waiting for? Let's go!
According to the instructions given to me by Madame Pearl's secretary, there is still one more guest I need to pick up.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Well, now, how did I not see this coming? Looks like we're going the same way after all.
Yeah.
It's you again!
Hey, Mechatron, what's the plan? Do we hop into your cockpit, or are you gonna give us all a piggyback while you fly over?
Wow. Okay. So he'll be the new offensive character.
Your ride is ready. Please, take your seats, everyone.
I'm so confused.
Whoa! Now that's what I call a custom paint job.
That's what I call gaudy as hell. But also, is this a 90s racing anime? Not a huge racing fan myself, so I don't know any titles, but the car looks familiar enough. I don't know, massive weeb with money? Or weeb with lots of money? Whatever I'm trying to say. Good God. Well, at least, hey, you know what? At the very least, it's not an anime girl paint job, right? It's not, you don't have, I don't know, name a character. Splash on the side, at least it's robots.
Your ride isn't your run-of-the-mill business car, but a customized, made-to-order vehicle, used especially for receiving guests.
Okay, it's like a 4-seater, not a limo, and it just has a custom mecha anime paint job. Or, in this case, I guess you're real creatures, real beings, so. Is that like painting a person on a car? Or an animal?
Sorry, this might come across as a bit insensitive, but I have to ask. Can Faerun actually fit in the driver's seat?
Yeah, that's kind of my question too. Yeah, can you fit? How are you gonna drive this thing? I have the feeling he's just gonna run behind it or something.
Of course not. I'll be driving and monitoring this vehicle remotely. Please, take your seats.
Okay, that's hilarious. So it's like a remote driving vehicle, except you're driving it? Huh. You count as an AI. Oh my god, it is a robot pom-pom.
Now that is astonishing.
Wow, that's one massive robot!
Damn, it is big. I'm too big of a mecha genre fan myself, unfortunately, so I actually find this all very cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the headquarters of the Perlux Corp.
Okay, so they're just Bandai. Yeah. Was it? Yeah, I mean, Bandai's the company, but I guess they'd be like Bandai and Sunrise together, because they have films and comic books and stuff too.
Back when Himeko said this was an entertainment company, I knew their headquarters wouldn't be some ordinary old office building.
I'm actually kind of surprised.
But this is way too much. That giant robot statue? This place is totally like some supersized mecha hangar!
Yeah. Yes, it is. Which I enjoy far too much. But it's nowhere near as big as the 1-1 Gundam in Japan. The RX-78-2.
Ha ha! You're absolutely right. In accordance with the vision of our founder, our lobby was intentionally constructed as you see it now.
Oh my god, it's just like a Gundam base. I do still have some Gunpla sitting in the closet. I have to build at some point.
To realize dreams that far exceed what consumers imagine has always been Perlux Corp's core design philosophy, and we have never strayed from it. If any of you are familiar with our company's works, you may recognize this as...
Why was Firefly over there? Why was Sam? Okay.
Mechatron Warrior Series, the Daybreak Squadron's base of operations.
Oh, well. You and I can be friends.
Looks like Mr. Yang here is quite a fan of our company's animated works. Now, Madame Pearl would like to invite everyone from the Astral Express to take a tour before your official meeting begins. She has arranged for a member of our staff to accompany you, so please, wait here a moment.
Hey, if anybody out there is a fan of the mecha anime genre, check out 8th MS Team if you haven't, the OVA. Some of the best work.
I understand, Mr. Faerun. Thank you for escorting us all this way.
Well then, I'll take my leave. This way, Detective.
Oh. See you around, everyone.
Yeah, we'll be shopping.
Oh, really? Pearl wants us to look around here before the meeting? That seems kinda weird.
Could it be related to her proposed collaboration? Perhaps this is her way of introducing her other identity.
Or she has meetings back to back.
It's all good as long as we get a chance to look around. That works for me. Why don't we explore while we wait for our new guide? Mr. Yang! Over here, quick, come on!
Looks like March's inner explorer has been awakened again. Let's not wander too far this time, shall we?
Yeah, that thing is massive. Okay, let's wander. So we have displays, drill arms, model kits, it looks like. Perfect grades, it looks like. 1HS. Not sure. Machine gun model. This is one of Perlux's towers of... Okay. Yeah, you can read. One with wings. Alright, I want to find where that's...
Mr. Yang! Isn't this your favorite giant robot?
Okay. Giant robot. Weird. Engine of creation. Okay, the engine of creation right there in Bellabog. That's what it was called. I forgot. Behold the Mechatron standing tall astride the earth. Sure.
I don't know what to say, except this is awesome!
Yeah, considering it's this world, it does make me question, is it an actual giant robot? Like a literal machine like we've fought before, the IPC has? Or is it a conscious being like the other Imagine here? I guess. Guess we don't know if the robots are too, since there are Intellitrons. Maybe they're all conscious, I don't know. Anyways, I wonder if we have to fight this thing.
I saw it. Please, just keep it down. We're here as their guests. We should be careful about what sort of impression we leave. Looking more closely, it appears many of this Mechatron's components were never installed.
Yeah, it appears to be undergoing maintenance.
Oh, what a shame. I was hoping to see it finished. To see the completed Mechatron. Imagine how it would look in motion. What a glorious sight that would be.
Really? In that case, Mr. Yang, let's hear it. Which one's stronger? This giant robot, or that Arahato you designed back when you were an animator?
You designed a what now? Also, never get into power scaling in anime. It never goes well. Although still probably the Turn A Gundam.
Seeing as we're on someone else's property, comparing robots from different works would be most disrespectful to the creators themselves.
Exactly. This is why you don't compare characters across genre. Power scaling goes out of whack, and you have no idea. Anyway. Come on, tell us, pretty please. I want to know too. Comparing things is human nature. We can't help ourselves. Surprisingly introspective there.
Yeah, like how Cosmicon Collective players are always obsessed with power scaling all the characters.
Again, I never understand that from comic book fans, anime fans. It just doesn't work across genres or across different properties. It gets weird.
Arahato is an animation all about robots, while Daybreak Squadron is a live-action hero drama. The two really cannot be compared.
Okay, are we comparing an animation, so an anime, and like a Sentai series? Because, yeah, no, that would be difficult to say the least.
Oh, what a stereotypically textbook mature answer.
No, it's just a reasoned one.
My days of being a hot-headed young man are well behind me, so please, cut this mature old man some slack, would you? We don't usually come to a place this cool, so why don't the three of us take a photo under this massive Mechatron?
Now we're talking. Let me set the self-timer, so we can all get in the shot together.
Booyah? Booyah! What? Okay. Don't forget to turn on the beauty filter. No, please don't. I hate those things so much. Nobody has any lines on their face, or it just looks flat. It's ugly. Booyah!
Oh, standing below a huge Mechatron like this is just incredible.
Looks like Mr. Yang's still young at heart after all.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to get this shot? Well, we'll get chest and legs. Hi.